Hi guys. So we are working with lesson 7 for our review today. The first thing it's asking is what is the initial value of this function? Well, this function is an exponential function. So I put in our general form for exponential functions. It's a times b to the x plus k. And there's a couple ways that you can think about your initial value. Um, you can think of it as your a plus your k. So in this case, it would be 1/2 plus 4, which would be 4.5. The other way that you can think about it is when you plug in 0. Okay, so if I plug in 0, that 0 is going to go in for my x value here. And 2 to the 0 power is 1. And 1 times 1/2 is 1/2. And 1/2 plus 4 is going to give you that 4.5. Okay, so our initial value for the function is going to be 4.5. And then the horizontal asymptote of a function is going to be your k. So in this case, our k is 4. So if I was to graph this function, it's always going to be approaching 4, but it's never going to actually touch 4. So I can see that when I plug in 0, I was at 4.5. When I plugged in -1, it was 4.25. So it's getting smaller and closer to 4 as it approaches my negative numbers. If I was to graph it, you could also see that here. Okay, we started out at 4.5, which was our initial value, and then it looks like it's going to touch 4, but if I scroll in, it actually never touches 4. Okay, so our asymptote there is at 4, or just that k value at the end. And then our growth factor of a function is going to be your b. So the growth factor here, 1/2 times 2 to the x, or a times b to the x, it's going to be that b. So our growth factor here is 2.